Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's bourbon time!
All right.
Live from AM Whiskey. He's still getting organized. I'm ready to bourbon.
Welcome to another episode of AM Whiskey. I'm Aaron. This is Mark. And, started this YouTube channel because we like watching whiskey YouTube. We enjoy drinking whiskey. We like talking about whiskey. So,
I
we
mostly
decided,
like drinking whiskey.
yeah, we like drinking whiskey, but it's also more fun to talk about whiskey while you're drinking it with somebody who also appreciates whiskey. So we decided to be bourbon influencers. But what I think we really are bourbon influencees, because if you're familiar with a little channel called the Bourbon Junkies, and if you're not, I suggest you check it out. But they just posted a video that said that you need to buy this now. And so I did. So now we're going to take it, review it, and see whether we need to ask the Bourbon Junkies for our money back.
What is this?
This is Barrel Foundation. For those of you who don't know, Barrel is a blending company. They blend whiskey, they source and blend. And they've kind of been famous for doing everything at barrel proof. They'll take whiskeys and they'll bring them in and they'll blend them together. They do a lot of finishes and they do it really well. A lot of their stuff is really good. You know, people have talked about Seagrass. I personally like the Vantage. I'm not huge on those finishes. And this is actually the first offering that is not at barrel strength. This comes in at 100 proof. Now it says that it's aged 5 years, but it is a blend that consists of a 8-year-old Kentucky bourbon, 5, 6, and 9-year-old Indiana bourbon, 8-year-old Tennessee. So I'm guessing we're talking about Barton from Kentucky. They don't say that, but I'm guessing.
Tennessee and Barton and Kentucky?
Kentucky 8-year-old is probably Barton.
Probably.
The
Possibly.
Indiana 5, 6, and 9-year-old is probably MGP.
Ross and Squibb.
We don't know, but probably. Tennessee 8-year-old, probably Dickel, but could be one of the other distilleries in Tennessee. And then a Maryland 5 and 6, which Sagamore, maybe?
Maybe.
We don't know. Doesn't say. That's just what it says. The derived mash bill is 73% corn, 23% rye, and 4% malted barley. We did have their batch 35, which got a lot of praise. That was excellent. So we'll see how we think of this
Today.
Smells good.
Yeah, it does.
I really enjoy the nose.
It smells like a fairly, it's a bright nose. I don't know if I'd say fruity, but it's definitely sweet. I can get a little bit of spice on it and maybe even a touch of wood.
So yeah, I'm definitely getting some of the spice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting oak. Not getting a ton of the fruit. I get a little bit, but that's kind of underlying to me. I'm getting a lot of the spice up front.
Yeah, the spice is starting to take over on the nose for me.
But it smells fantastic. It's got nice legs. Ooh.
Drink's pretty good.
Ooh.
It's nice and easy. For a first sip of the day, this is a great warm-up.
Ooh, that's good. I was hoping we'd get our money back from the Bourbon Junkies, but how much do you think this bottle should cost?
Well, almost everything I know about for Barrel is, $80 to $100 and
Yep.
up, right? For the
Do you think
normal
this is
release.
worth $80 to $100?
It's tapping on it. It's, yeah. If this was $79.99, I might consider it. I mean, it's pretty well rounded.
This bottle $54.99.
That's a good price. That's not, outrageous in today's bourbon market.
And for what you get, as you just heard him say, you'd be willing to pay $80. Their normal pricing is about 80 to 100 for their cask strength stuff.
To drink, I'd buy this over Blanton's.
Yeah, 100%. This is supposed to be consistent. They're supposed to be coming out with it. They're trying to make it consistent. We'll see. This is the first time they've come out with it. Again, first time under barrel strength. I think it's a hell of a pour.
I like it more than George Remus, the MGP Ross and Squibb, $50 bottle. I instantly started trying to say, well, do I like this better than Old Forester 1920? And I feel like the 1920 punches a little bit more and is a little bit stronger in some flavor notes. But I think I would probably reach for this as a warm-up pour more frequently than 1920.
Well, yeah, it's about 15 proof points lower.
Yeah.
It's got a different flavor. I'm getting more of the wood and the spice on this, where the 1920 is a little bit sweeter to me.
Yeah.
And I think definitely the 1920 drinks a little hotter than this, but I am getting a decent Kentucky hug. This is our first pour.
Yeah, it is.
I like it.
I like it as well. I tend to like sweeter bourbons with a little bit of wood and a tick of spice. This is a little more, spice throughout. It's got a fairly decent
sweet right there.
Yeah, it does have like a honey vanilla thing going on at the front. And then the spice has got a nice long ride to it.
Yeah. And it's got a little bit of everything. For a $54 bottle, this is a buy all day. I guess I can't be mad at the Bourbon Junkies for telling me to buy this now.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, when I do 0 to 10 scores, a 5 is I'd drink it. A 7 is I'd like to drink it. An 8 to 10 is getting into that real top echelon, ratings, right? Like, an 8.0 could be, a stag that I could drink every day, any day. A 10 is like a George T. Stag, a William LaRue Weller, a Heaven Hill 17 type thing.
I mean, it's like you said, a 5 is your kind of average bourbon. You could drink it. Maybe you might not want to drink it very often, but you could drink it. Anything below a 5 is like, I don't think I really want to drink this. You might try it on a whim or something, but you're not going to drink it.
5 to 7 is I go to a friend's house and I'll drink it. Below 5, I don't want to drink it.
Yeah.
7 and above, I'd like to drink it.
7 is I'll drink it. 8 is this is really good. 9 is this is really, really good. And anything above a 9 is this is top of the top. I'm only drinking this with those special people that I think will enjoy it.
So I'm not going to take price into consideration, right? So that's out, but I'm like somewhere in the mid-low 7s. Like I keep having 7.2, 7.3 come to mind.
I got a 7.6.
Huh? All right.
That's what I'm going with, is 7.6.
I'll call it a 7.3. So, in that I'd like to drink it category.
Yeah. And I mean, that's just the liquid in the bottle. I think for the price,
I would bump it up a few ticks.
There's not a lot of those. I think it's getting more, though. I think there's getting quite a bit. But for the price, what you get, I get something a little different every time. I think this is a good pour. Definitely worth the buy. Thanks for the recommendation, Bourbon Junkies.
Yep, agreed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a few comments in the comment section. And other than that, keep the whiskey flowing.
Have a great day.